It is spooky season, and the 2021 Major League Baseball postseason is here, so there is no better time to play a little MLB Fair or Foul. And this week, Andy and I are joined by our reporters, Bob Nightengale and Gabe Lacques. So thank y'all for joining us.
Good to be here. Thank you.
All right, so starting off our first statement, as you guys know how to play this game, I'm going to be reading it, and you say fair or foul, and explain yourself. So for the first one, Bob, Aaron Boone will not be the manager for the New York Yankees in 2022.
Foul. He'll remain. I'm not 100% sure. Certainly Brian Cashman, the GM, is remaining. I don't think they're going to blame Boone. It was a flawed team all season long. So I think he'll be on the hot seat next year, but I think he stays.
All right, Andy, fair or foul? Red Sox are playing with house money against the Rays and can actually win the series.
I'm going to say fair, even though I know the Red Sox and Rays played 13 times in the second half of the season. The Red Sox went 4-9, but it's the playoffs. Alex Cora in a 5-game series. I think he can push the right buttons. The Red Sox were just swept at home a few weeks ago by the Yankees. Things didn't look great for them there. Then they beat the Yankees in the wild card game. So I think there's no reason why to think the Red Sox can't pull it off here.
And Bob and Gabe, I want y'all to get in on this too. Are the Rays clear favorites to win a pennant? And do you think that the White Sox or the Astros pose a threat? I want to know your guys' opinion on that.
Well, I think the Rays are overwhelming favorites. It's a powerful team, 100 wins. They weren't even trying to win in New York over the weekend and should have swept the Yankees. So I think they're heavy favorites throughout the postseason.
Yeah, I'm going to say fair-ish that the Red Sox have a chance against the Rays. They're going to be hurt by Nate Eovaldi not being available for a couple of games. The starting pitching depth isn't there. Chris Sale isn't the Chris Sale of 2018. As for the Rays, definite favorites, but Houston is very sneaky. They have some excellent young pitchers. You're going to see Luis Garcia, Framber Valdez, really can be shut down kind of guys. I think it's going to be a pretty epic Tampa-Houston ALCS when this thing's all said and done.
So, Bob, this question is for you. Did Major League Baseball dodge a disaster by the Dodgers winning the wild card game? And is this the last time we will see a one-game play-in wild card game?
Yeah, they absolutely dodged the bullet. It was bad enough that the Yankees went out. If the Dodgers had gone out, you're talking the top two markets, would have been a complete ratings disaster. But yeah, the Dodgers are a powerful team, must-watch TV, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, should be a fun postseason. But they needed the Dodgers to win that game. They really did.
Yeah. And Gabe, the Dodgers are obviously the odds-on favorites, but should that be the case? And who in the NL is their biggest threat?
Well, right there in San Francisco, you said spooky season. Here come the orange and black.
Yeah.
They got 106 wins. They got 107 wins. They got their pitching lined up. Logan Webb, a guy a lot of people don't really know yet. They kind of liken him to Madison Bumgarner up there right now. He's kind of a bad dude. He wants the ball in the big game. And then, just a really strong veteran core. Brandon Crawford, kind of a dark horse when it comes to MVP talk, but he's held that team together all year. And then really well managed. I think, I think Gabe Kapler going into the playoffs, everything's going to be just second nature to him by now. He knows exactly what button to push and win. 18 pinch hit home runs over the course of the season. That's a major league record. It's insane. And this is Austin Slater and Darren Ruff and Lamont Wade Jr. We're talking about hitting these home runs. They're not exactly throwing world beaters up there. So yeah, they you don't quite know how they get it done, but they're going to be a very tough out in October.
All right, last question for you guys. Andy, this one will be for you. So Alex Cora is back in the playoffs, and of course, so are the key Astros players from the cheating scandal that rocked baseball. Fair or foul, this postseason, the Astros can redeem their legacy. Bob and Gabe, I want you to follow up too.
I think foul. I think Alex Cora's legacy is fine. I think he got through that whole thing just fine. He lost a year, but no one really thinks of Alex Cora when they think of the cheating scandal. I think the guys still left for the Astros, Altuve and those big names. I think no matter what happens, their legacy will always be defined by a trash
can. I know. If they win the World Series this year, I think they'll just say, you know what, this is a great team. They probably would have won it without the scandal. But let's be honest, they were not the only team cheating. Not by a close. A lot. They just happened to get caught. They had one whistleblower. The other teams didn't have one. So no, I think they win it. It's going to be remembered as one of the great teams of a long, long time.
Yeah, people really get very pressed about this. I think a championship should redeem their legacy, but I don't think it will redeem their legacy. One of the more remarkable things I saw this year, George Springer in a Toronto Blue Jays uniform playing in Baltimore in front of about 5,000 people, and the place just got loud with boos. No matter where these guys go. Alex Bregman could be 60 years old on a golf course, and someone will bang on a trash can in the backswing, I'm guessing. It's just never going to go away. Even though maybe it should. I mean, and to Bob's point, do not point too many fingers, because there's a pretty good chance that your team is doing something nefarious, if not with sign stealing, then with so many other margins on the game that the rules can be flouted. So I for one would look forward to seeing it, because the public reaction would be fascinating.
Hey sports fans, if you want to watch more sports seriously, be sure to check out these clips right here. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all the great content from us here at USA Today Sports.